Well, hello there, and welcome to Storytime with me, Cringy Nick. So, back when I was 15 or 16, I was very into League of Legends. And I mean very into League of Legends. And me and a couple friends used to stay up very late playing League of Legends on school days. And now the problem was, all my friends lived very close to the school. It was like a 5 to 10 minute walking distance. I, however, lived 40 minutes away from the school. And no, not 40 minutes walking distance from the school. I had to take a 40-minute bus ride to get to the school. And school started at 7:45 in the morning, which meant that if my friends who played League of Legends with me wanted to go to school on time, they would have to wake up at 7, brush their teeth, get dressed, grab a bite, and just walk to school. That was it. But that wasn't the case for good old Cringy Nick. No. What I had to do was get up at 5:50 to 6 in the morning, and then get ready, and then leave at like 6:30 in order to catch the bus at 7. So that means that I had to wake up over 1 hour earlier than all of my friends who stayed up late with me. So one day while we were playing League of Legends, one of my friends was like, "Yo, let's play until we lose." And boy oh boy, that was one of our best gaming nights because we didn't lose a single game. But that's where the problems came from. The next day we had a school day. So we got home the previous day, we studied a bit, and then we hopped on our computers and started playing League till like 3 a.m. Yeah, I remember going to bed at exactly 3:30, which means that I would have had to wake up exactly 3.5 hours later. And oh boy, I remember barely being able to keep my eyes open. I remember what a struggle it was to even walk, and somehow I did manage to get dressed and grab a bite and stuff and leave for the bus. And I remember falling asleep while riding in the bus. I kid you not. I remember looking at my phone. I was trying desperately to keep myself awake. I remember playing loud music with my earphones, but nothing helped other than the speed bumps. I woke up every time we went over a speed bump, which I greatly appreciated. So anyways, we were approaching my stop. It was like 7:39 or something, I remember. I got up from the seat and I grabbed onto the metal poles in the bus. And there was a girl in front of me. And we were very close to the windshield of the bus. And I was very tired. I felt like I was floating. And before the bus stop, there is a crosswalk. And apparently, as the bus was headed towards the bus stop, suddenly a child decided to run through the street. And the bus driver had to slam on the brakes. But unfortunately, in that exact moment, I decided to let go of the metal pole. I wanted to stretch a bit, I was very tired, so I was like, let me just stretch my neck and back a bit, that will wake me up. Well, little did I know, a few seconds after I let go of the metal pole, the bus driver slammed the brakes. And boy oh boy, I just started flying towards the girl. And she was holding on tight, by the way. And I ended up hitting her so hard that she actually let go of the metal pole. And the bus was still stopping. We were still flying forward. And then suddenly I heard a loud bang and everyone was like, oh my god, what happened? And I was on the floor and I looked up and I saw that I pushed the girl in the windshield of the bus. And I felt so bad. I felt so guilty for doing that. And I was just trying to get up. The bus was actually still moving at that point. And the bus driver slowed down even more. He came up to the bus stop and then he got off his seat to actually help the girl up. And then she looked at me. And I remember while I was still on the ground, like still on my knees, trying to pick up my bag, I think I said something like, oh my god, I am so sorry. And like the faintest voice ever because I was so embarrassed and so ashamed. And she just had this angry look at me. And she was like, it's okay. And then she got off the bus. And so I picked up my bag. I got up and I walked down from the bus. And that wasn't even the end of the embarrassment because it turned out that me and that girl went to the same school. And she was like only 1 year older than me. And what was really awkward was I entered the schoolyard. And then on one of the benches inside, I saw her sitting down. And there was like 10 other girls around her, which I assumed were her classmates. And as I was walking past them, she pointed at me and I heard her say, "That's the guy that did it." And oh boy, it didn't even end there because I would see her her in the bus or in school for a couple months after that. And if there is a slight little chance that the girl that I pushed is somehow watching this video, listening to this story, I just want to say I am very, very, very sorry. I did not mean to do that. And well, gamers, there you go. That's the embarrassing story of me accidentally stumbling and falling on top of a girl and pushing her into the windshield of a bus. Yes, yes, yes.